Coors Field. What's your fondest memory of Coors Field?
Opening inning of the World Series.
2007.
I had, not to turn this around, but since I came here in '74, I worked for years to try and get a baseball team here. I wasn't responsible, but I was partially responsible. There were 100 people that were responsible. And
you banged the drum for a long time.
And people thought I was crazy. But I never thought it would happen. I never thought, first of all, Eric Young, but that's, at Mile High Stadium. Dante Bichette in the first game, playing at Coors Field in a place where I used to run around beer bottles and old alcohol bottoms and run around homeless people.
You shouldn't have dropped those bottles there. You wouldn't have had to run around them.
And I shouldn't have been sleeping there night after night after night. But the first game of the World Series, there was, even though it was a predominantly Boston crowd, as you know, because they bought all the tickets and the Rockies totally screwed that up. You finally get the World Series, you can't even sell the tickets right. So you get all the Red Sox fans in there. That to me, that kind of ruined it like an inning later. And the fact that they couldn't get Wi-Fi in the press box. Hey, act like you've been there before. And it's not going to happen again because they've taken half the press box and turned it into a place where they could make more money. So when the World Series comes here, they're going to get a lot more crap than they did the last time.
When the World Series comes here?
Well, 50 years from now, whatever.
Okay.
They don't even think the World Series is coming back. They took the press box away. You have at football stadiums, this at baseball stadiums, you have a big enough press box that when you get to playoffs, you can take care of the media. Not because you don't have to, but you really don't want the media writing back what a crappy town this is.
Well, when you hate the media, you just give them fewer seats in the press box.
Yeah,
Thank you, Dick.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
First pitch of the World Series, because the crowd was loud, whoever they were cheering for. The flash bulbs, remember the flash bulbs going off? I think also Matt Holliday not touching home plate, and that being a score, and the opening pitch of Dante Bichette, they went into extra innings, first game
13 innings, yeah.
And Bichette hit the winning home run.
Right.
Those are my three greatest thoughts about Coors Field, because I don't think about the food. The food sucks. Aramark is one of the worst concessionaires in the whole world.
Okay, my greatest memories. I'm going from 3 to 1. Number 3 is opening day,
talk about Aramark.
1995. Number 2 is World Series, first game of the World Series. And number 1 is the holiday game, the play-in game against San Diego.
So we have the same.
2007. But here's what I remember about it most.
All-Star game.
Yeah.
Can't leave that out.
I still have my Beanie Babies.
I
thought if I held on to my All-Star Beanie Babies in 20 years, oh my God, I'm going to cash in. I am going to be a freaking millionaire.
Would one of you guys?
I should have sold them on the day of the game. They were worth more the day of the game than they're worth like $1.98 now.
Well, we got to. Maybe I'll do it during one of the breaks during the news break. I'd like to see what because everybody thought that was the greatest thing in the whole world. That those Beanie Babies are going to be worth thousands of dollars. I'd be curious to see what they're worth today. They're worth probably $1.
Yeah, I have 2 of them still. You can go
it's
on
$2.
on
You
eBay,
can pay off your debts
and you
with
can
me.
see. Somebody check out 1998 All-Star Beanie Baby. See if they're any for sale and what they're going for. But here's what I remember about the play-in game. All right,
8 cents.
And you mentioned Sandy earlier, Sandy Clough. I was sitting with Sandy in the press box.
And I wasn't ripping Sandy, by the way. I just said
no, I know.
People don't bring up G.
I thought the stadium was coming down. If you remember correctly, they go into extra innings. San Diego scores 2 runs in the 13th to take an 8-6 lead. And then Holliday hits a double or a triple to make it 8-8. Holliday's on third base. Jamie Carroll's at bat, hits the sacrifice fly to right field and Brian Giles. There's a close play at the plate because Holliday tags up, and we still don't know if he touched home plate or not. But the stadium was bouncing. Seriously, it was like the old Mile High Stadium almost, where you could feel the structure shake. I thought the whole place was going to come down. It was so loud. I turned to Sandy and I said, "We got to get out of here, possibly. Where's the nearest exit?" It was so loud, and you could feel the tremor. And that's my fondest and greatest memory of Coors Field.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that impressed, were you?